Welcome to the video about the strange connections between two of the most iconic presidents in American history, Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy. Despite their different backgrounds, there are numerous coincidences that have fascinated people for decades. Both presidents were assassinated while in office. On April 14, 1865, Lincoln was shot while watching a play at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. He died the following day. Nearly a century later, on November 22, 1963, Kennedy was shot while riding in an open car in Dallas, Texas. He was taken to Parkland Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The similarities between the two assassinations are so striking that some people have suggested a conspiracy. Lincoln and Kennedy were both deeply concerned with civil rights. Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation declared that all slaves in Confederate-held territory were to be set free. Kennedy was a champion of civil rights and gave a famous address in 1963 calling for the end of segregation and discrimination. Another strange coincidence is that Lincoln was elected president in 1860 while Kennedy was elected in 1960. Both men were shot from behind and in the head. Their successors, both named Johnson, were Southern Democrats and both were in the Senate. Andrew Johnson was born in 1808 and Lyndon Johnson was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839 and was a Southern sympathizer who opposed Lincoln's policies during the Civil War. Similarly, Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated Kennedy, was born in 1939 and was a pro-Castro Marxist who opposed Kennedy's policies during the Cold War. Both presidents' wives suffered the loss of a child while in the White House. There are also some eerie coincidences surrounding the assassinations themselves. Lincoln's secretary, whose name was Kennedy, advised him to not go to the theater on the night he was shot. Similarly, Kennedy's secretary, whose name was Lincoln, advised him to not go to Dallas on the day he was shot. Both assassins were also killed before they could stand trial. John Wilkes Booth shot Lincoln in the theater and ran to a warehouse, where he was eventually killed by Union soldiers. Lee Harvey Oswald shot Kennedy from a warehouse and ran to a theater, where he was eventually captured and killed by nightclub owner Jack Ruby. Additionally, both presidents were elected to Congress in their 30s and went on to become president in their 40s. One other interesting connection between Lincoln and Kennedy is that they both had premonitions about their own deaths. Lincoln reportedly had a dream where he saw himself lying in a coffin, and when he asked the soldier who was in the coffin, the soldier replied, "The President of the United States." Similarly, Kennedy is said to have remarked to his wife Jacqueline that he had a feeling that something was going to happen to him in Texas. The strange connection between the two iconic presidents continue to fascinate and intrigue people. Their legacies will always be intertwined in American history. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching The Curious Collective.